Welcome, beloved. Welcome to my channel. This is Eden Amadora. Welcome back. And if you're new here, this is a place we talk about feminine empowerment, what is the divine feminine, heart-centered presence, and awakening to embody the love we are. So I'm glad to be with you today to talk about sacred boundaries. What are they and how do we get there? How do we cultivate them? So often boundaries are thought of as something that is just a pushing away or a holding out. We often think when we don't have good boundaries, we're too flimsy and saying always yes when we mean no. When I want to clarify that sacred boundaries are honoring both our yeses and nos and both directions. So really looking at where we're holding our boundaries too tight, too close to the skin out of fear, where we're not taking any risks, we're not expressing, exploring, or showing up for fear. So sacred boundaries are a navigating tool where you perceive yourself as a sacred being. You recognize how sacred you are. And therefore, your boundaries become a reflection of that. And ultimately, I'd like to up-level the whole meaning of boundaries by imagining you have this radiant, magnetic, auric field, which you do. And this auric field is like a luminous egg of energy around you. And when you are in your high frequency embodiment, you are emanating a field that attracts certain energies that resonate with your vibe, with your energy, and repels certain energies that do not. So ultimately, by and by, we don't need to think quite as hard about where my boundaries are. It becomes much more natural to just feel resonance or not, and recognize sooner than later when something is a yes or a no for you. So your sacred boundaries come on board the more you recognize how sacred you are, how precious you are, and live in the center of that emanation of the truth of your divinity, the truth of your magnificence. And for those who are struggling with codependence, with pleasing, with caretaking, this is for you especially. The more you honor your being first as the center of your universe, the more your life will reflect that in who comes in and how they treat you. So your boundaries become effortless and sacred as your field bolsters in its vibrancy and emanation. So this is a little different way to think about boundaries than the typical mental construct of, oh, I should or I have to say no, or I shoulda, woulda, coulda, kept that person at bay. This is a trusting your resonance, a really feeling and navigating from your frequency. What is a joy? What is a yes? And learning how to listen and cultivate that listening. So I'm going to offer you a song as a closing blessing for you to honor the sacred being you are, to honor that divinity in the center of your heart and that emanation. And my invitation is, as you listen, this is a shamanic soul song, as you listen, you close your eyes and put a hand on your heart and maybe one on your lower belly, on your power center, and really just breathe and receive. You are more than enough, more than enough. You are precious love, precious love. You are more precious love, so precious love. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. More than enough. Feel the air on my skin. More than enough. Feel my feet on the ground. More than enough. I take this deep breath in and I turn my world around. So just breathing that into your sacred heart. Precious, divine being you are. May this video serve you on your journey. You can listen to that song and really take that in again when you are in a quiet place, that you can really let it soak in. Thank you once again for joining my channel. If you haven't subscribed and you're resonating, please subscribe and share. Share with your friends who may get a lot out of this transmission. So much love. Only love is real.